The moment you're seeing was captured as a canoe was speeding down the river, unaware that a large cable was blocking the way ahead. The collision nearly split the canoe in half instantly. Fortunately, everyone managed to escape safely in time. A massive storm hit a residential area, shattering the glass window of a house and sending it crashing into a white truck driving down the road. Natural disasters can be truly terrifying. Thankfully, no one was injured. A group of motorcyclists on large bikes rode through a severe storm. Strong winds blew the metal sheet straight towards passersby. Luckily, no one was injured. A sudden sinkhole appeared in a family's yard in the US, affecting the homes of 8 other families. Fortunately, no one was injured. A woman narrowly escaped disaster just moments before an entire wall came crashing down, but the cars weren't so lucky. The family was enjoying their time in the garden just 2 seconds before a large tree branch fell onto the slide area. Thankfully, no one was injured. The image you're seeing was taken just 2 seconds before a roof collapsed onto the street where 2 young children were walking. Fortunately, the older sister seemed to sense danger in time, and both of them managed to avoid the disaster safely. A sudden mini tornado struck a restaurant in China, causing tables and chairs to spin around like children's toys. Thankfully, no one was injured. The video you're watching shows an earthquake in China striking while people were in a restaurant. Chaos erupted as everyone scrambled to find shelter. Fortunately, no one was injured. This moment captures a mountain behind a village in central China collapsing. In many villages in this region, houses are often built against the mountain. Fortunately, no villagers were injured. You are watching footage of a tsunami hitting the city, with a few men staying behind to capture this awe-inspiring and terrifying moment. Look to the right. Did you catch a glimpse of a cat darting by? Thankfully, everyone is safe. The video you're watching shows a storm hitting a parking lot in a residential area, with fences and windows from several apartments destroyed and swept away by the winds. Thankfully, everyone is safe. This moment was captured just before a massive railway bridge in Spain was swept away. Days of heavy flooding caused the bridge's supports on both sides to collapse, leading to this tragic scene. The video you're watching was captured on an ordinary day at the beach, where people were enjoying themselves when a sudden massive wave struck without warning. Everyone frantically swam to shore, and thankfully no one was injured.
Oh, she's gone. Oh.
The scene you're watching was captured just moments before a rock slide occurred. The car narrowly escaped into a tunnel, and thankfully no one was hurt. The moment you're seeing was captured in a village in India, where a sudden sinkhole caused the house to collapse. Fortunately, everyone was safe. Lightning struck a railway track, captured on camera by a local resident. You are witnessing a storm tearing through and blowing away a tennis court, showing that nothing is safe in its path. Please stay indoors to stay safe, everyone. This moment captures a house in India being swept away by floodwaters. Thankfully, everyone managed to evacuate before the natural disaster struck. The video captures a couple strolling along the beach, thinking everything was peaceful, until suddenly, thankfully, no one was injured. The moment you're seeing shows a storm hitting a residential area, sweeping away everything in its path, including this truck. Luckily, the driver managed to escape safely. The footage captures a man driving when a large branch suddenly crashes into the car's windshield. Fortunately, everyone is safe. Somewhere in the Philippines, this moment captures a few seconds right before a landslide hit a nearby village. Fortunately, no one was injured. The scene you are watching on the screen is reportedly from India. A massive flood triggered a landslide that swept away a road just as a bus was passing. Fortunately, everyone managed to escape the vehicle safely. However, witnessing such events makes us deeply reflect on the devastating impact of natural disasters. The moment you are watching is reportedly from the US, where even a sturdy suspension bridge could not withstand the force of a landslide and mudflow. This natural disaster is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. The moment you're watching is taken from a family security camera in the US. Everything seemed just like any other rainy day until they thought the peaceful moments cruising on the sea would last, making for a joyful trip filled with memories. The moment you are watching was captured by two people leisurely boating on a river when suddenly a landslide occurred. Fortunately, no one was injured. geyser erupted, likely driven by immense pressure and heat forcing the water column high into the air. This natural disaster is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. A glacier suddenly collapsed right before the eyes of explorers, leaving us in awe of the immense power of nature. This breathtaking and terrifying moment was captured by climbers as a massive boulder fell right in front of their lens. Thankfully, no one was injured. This natural disaster moment was filmed in India, where heavy rains and landslides destroyed a major roadway. Thankfully, all residents were relocated to a safe area. The volcano erupted with millions of tons of rock and lava, leveling part of itself in the process. This natural disaster is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. A landslide accompanied by a massive amount of mud and debris swept down the mountainside into a residential area, taking everything in its path. Even this pedestrian bridge was not spared. The scene you are watching was captured in India, where people's lives have been upended by days of dual storms, resulting in severe flooding and landslides. The devastation caused by natural disasters. A group of cyclists riding through the forest narrowly escaped unharmed from a sudden landslide coming down the mountain. Ground appeared to ignite itself, likely caused by underground gas rising to the surface and reacting with the dry, humid air.